Hello there, let's get to it. We're playing Shadows of Brimstone, the Terror in the Night scenario. We are hunting a brutal night terror. Our cultist, Professor J. Randall Brown, is holding the old lantern, so... Now, he does keep back the darkness, but that looks suspiciously like a double 4 to me. Falling rubble, the rocky ceiling of the mine shaft is unstable and prone to collapse. Each hero in the mines immediately takes D6 hits. Okay, Randall, look out! 6 hits, a great big chunk lands on him. Let's see about defending. Let's get some 4s, 5s and 6s. So, he takes 3 wounds. Thunk. Okay, Sadie. 4 hits for you. Defending on 4s. 2 hits. But the rubble may bounce off her outlaw armour. 1 wound. Oof. Now, she's up to 8 wounds out of her 16 health. Let's level her up. Yes, she'll expend the 500 experience points, and that will clear off these wounds, and we'll see what upgrade she gets. And let's take a look. I know this is supposed to happen at the very start of a round, but I don't care. Alright. 5, so +1 strength and plus D6 health and sanity. Let's increase her sanity by 1. So she now has 5 strength and 9 sanity. Alright, and which path is she going to go on? Now the obvious choice might be guns, because that goes quite nicely with the twin guns ability. But I'm actually going to go with the scoundrel track. I like having that extra maximum grit straight away. Alright, with that out of the way, we'll move on to Randall's activation. Well, he can stay right there, and he's going to peek through this doorway. Right, we have a T-junction with no exploration token, so over to Sadie. Why don't you search that mine shaft there? Anything down there? Yeah, maybe. Small find. You find a small scattering of coins, stained with blood. 10 XP and $50. On to the next round. Randall holds up the lantern. Keeps back the darkness quite nicely there. And moves which way? Let's go that way. A short passage. Still no exploration token, so over to Sadie. 2, she gets a grit. And she can't scavenge this location again, so that's it, end of the turn. Okay, Randall, hold up that old lantern. Double 2. Dark dread. Things are looking more and more bleak by the moment, so we are adding another growing dread card to the stack. We now have 2. Okay, Randall, off you go. 1, you do get a grit, and with your Traveller rune, that gets you there, not quite to the doorway. You can scavenge. Something? Useful discovery. Pulling it from the gnarled hand of a dead body, you find something of value in this forsaken place. Draw a gear card. A looking glass. Adds 1 to his cunning. Recover 1 grit anytime you pass a cunning test. Interesting. Let's pocket that. And 10 XP. Now, moving on to Sadie. She is a little bit too far away from the old lantern, so would suffer from voices in the dark, but I accounted for that. She's going to light her matches, so we discard that and she will be fine. You will need to hurry up a bit though, Sadie. That is not hurrying up, is it? That's going very slowly. Let's spend the grit that she has just gained from rolling a 2 to move a bit further. Another 2. Oh, and collapse the mine while you're at it. That's a good idea. Here we go. On to the next round. We do not keep back the darkness. Goes up to level 3. Right, Randall, you just need to move 1 square. There we go. Oh, you gain a grit. You're already at maximum grit, though. What a shame. And you can have a peek through that doorway. A cross passage. Still no exploration token. That's some excellent work there, Randall. Okay. Sadie. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, let's go that way. And Sadie, you can scavenge. Nothing. Alrighty, moving on. Double 4 again. More rubble. So depth events are like buses, right? I go through entire adventures without any, and then on this one we've had 3 in a row. Alright, how many chunks are falling on Randall? 3. Can you dodge? That's 2 wounds. Okay, look out Sadie, we've got 2 chunks falling on you, which you fail to dodge, so can your outlaw armor save you? 1 wound. Alright. What a dangerous mine. Randall moves 4 squares. 1. Sadie, you're in the way. Can heroes move through heroes? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. He's got the Rune of the Traveller, so that's actually 5 squares, which will get him to this doorway. Right, peeking through, we discover a ritual chamber. Randall feels quite at home here. We'll move on to Sadie. Recovers a grit. She's on 3 grit now, and moves here. Oh, she can try scavenging. Nothing. Alright, let's reveal the exploration token. A portal and some monsters. Alright, who or what is lurking in the ritual chamber? A night terror, not the one we're looking for. But we're going to kill it anyway. Alright, here he is, emerging from the portal. I'm feeling pretty confident we can take this fellow out. So, let's begin by holding back the darkness. Which we do not. Uh-oh, you know what that means. We get a darkness card. Alright, if it's a yucky one, we do have the Tome of Montaro to cancel 1 darkness card. Terror from beyond. Unspeakable evil lurks in the shadows that lay beyond the lighted gate. Ambushed by 1 night terror. What do we think? Alright, I don't mind trying to take on 2 night terrors. So it's going to pop up to attack Randall. We'll pop him there. Right, as it's an ambush, this night terror gets to attack first. So 4 dice against Randall, hitting on 5s. 2 hits there for you to dodge Randall. You dodge them both. Good job. Right, Randall activates next and needs to take 4 horror hits from the night terror's terror. What's his willpower? It's 4. Takes 2 sanity damage. It's okay, we've got plenty of whiskey. Alright, my man, roll for movement. 5. Very nice. We're going to deal with this ambushing night terror first anyway, so you can spin around and fire your Colt rifle. Missing. Let's spend 1 of those grits. 1 hit. Damage is 4, plus 1 for a rifle, plus 1 for that corruption point on the Colt rifle. It's 6 damage. Night terrors have a defense of 3, so that's 3 damage. And 25 XP. Okay, Sadie, let's see what you've got. 5 for movement. We'll stay there and shoot both revolvers at this night terror. Oop. Horror hits first. Only 2 dice because she's entirely on this map tile. She fails 1. Alright, now you can open fire. With 0 hits. Let's spend 1 of those free grit points for 1 hit and a critical hit. The critical hit deals 3 plus 1 for the Darkstone bullets, 4 damage. And the regular hit deals 3 damage. Night Terror's defense is 3, so nothing. And now this Night Terror, who should actually have activated before Sadie. I forgot about the -1 initiative from the Outlaw armor. Oh well. This Night Terror targets Randall as the only hero he can reach with his movement. And here come 4 claw attacks. We get 1 hit, which Randall does not dodge. That will be 4 damage. How are you looking? On 9 damage. Start of a new round. Let's hold back the darkness. Properly this time, please, Randall. 7, that'll do it. Actually, I've not been moving the hero tracker along. How many rooms have we been through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're okay. Right, Randall, this round you're first off the mark, so he will now fire his Colt rifle at this Night Terror. 2 misses again. Randall, geez, okay. spend a grit, re-roll. 1 hit. Damage is 4, 5, 6 for a total of 3 damage. Whoopsie daisy, I forgot Randall's horror hits from the Night Terror's Terror. I'll do that now. He passes them all though. Right, Night Terrors now. This one will circle around to the back of Randall. Strike. 3 hits. And Randall will dodge all but 1, another 4 damage. Right, Randall's on 14 wounds total now, so we might do a level up for him at the start of the next round. Right, oh, actually, this Night Terror's targeting Randall as well, isn't he? May have miscalculated things here. Okay. Put you there. Right. To my good fortune, the Night Terror is a little bit clumsy and entirely misses with its claw swipes. We're on to Sadie. 4 for movement. We're going to go... move those dice along a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did not need to make any terror rolls because she was on a different map tile. Right, do not stop pulling those triggers. Kabam. Very good. 1 crit, 1 regular hit. So we'll plop the crit on this Night Terror, dealing a whopping 7 damage. And that will do it. 35 XP. And then the other shot can go into that Night Terror, dealing 4 damage. With the defense, that's going to be 1 damage. Okay, it's the start of a new round. Let's have Randall level up. So I will take that 500 XP chip. You can get rid of all those wounds. You also recover 1 grit. Let's have a look at your upgrades. So, again, the caveat here is that I wrote this and I'm rubbish at game design. Here's the bonus chart. 8, you get +1 law or +1 luck and plus D6 sanity. So sanity, an extra 5. And I think we'll boost luck up to 3. Law for Randall already looks pretty good. Alright, the upgrade chart. Now, I've based the 4 paths on the Crimson Hand trait card. So we've got Acolytes of the Black, Ritual Mutation, Infiltration, and Relic Raiders. I'm going to choose at random. Okay, 1 we are going for Acolytes of the Black. So the first ability on this track is Black Whisper. You can use the D8 to make willpower saves made as a result of darkness cards or whispers in the dark, and +1 max grit. What do you think? Underpowered? Overpowered? Stupid? Okay? Let me know. Okay, Randall, you get to act first. Pay attention. You get a grit, and we're going to try and slide that way, so let's make an escape test. We do, and we can move 2 squares. Open fire with your rifle. 2 hits, very nice. How much damage? That's going to be, let's add the corruption bonus to that one. So that's going to be 7 damage, -3 for defense is 4 damage. And then this rifle hit is 5 damage, -3 for defense is another 2 damage. So close to actually killing it. Let's use Randall's Zealot ability. So Randall will take 3 wounds and we can add D6 damage to one of those hits. Bam, that is just enough. That takes us up to 12 damage for the Night Terror, which slays it. Right, here's your 3 wounds. 50 XP. And we can catch our breath. I need to catch my breath as well. So, Randall, you recover 1 +1 for your locket, 2 wounds. And Sadie, you can recover 2. We can take off that wound and that's sanity damage. Now, loot. That was 2 separate enemy groups, right? We don't lump the Night Terrors together. One was from an ambush, so that's 2 loot cards each, I think? Alright, Sadie, what do you find? Gold bars and blood money. $25 worth of blood money. Speaking of blood money, I managed to get hold of the blood money promo encounter cards, so I've shuffled those in for this adventure. Right, she gets 40 XP from the loot as well. And you know what, this is where I'm going to start forgetting all these upgrades. I forgot her sinister laugh. She would have cackled when she killed that first Night Terror. So we roll a die and there's no extra grit for that. Alright Randall, let's see what you found. Some cash and coins, so 75 bucks and 40 XP. Right, shall we move on? And yeah, you know I want to go through the portal. Let's do it. Let's keep back the darkness first. Wait, double one? What is it with this adventure and the double rolls? I don't get it. Okay, ambush attack. There are fiendish creatures and demons in the dark places of the world, so we're not leaving this room just yet. Right, we are being jumped by some stranglers. Come on then, how many? 5. There we go, so we've got 3 leaping out to attack Randall and 2 on Sadie. Right, as it's an ambush, the stranglers have an initiative of 6, so they're going first. Let's attack Randall first. So they get 4 attacks each. 6s are ensnares, dealing 3 hits each. So we have 3, 4, 5 hits, 6, 7 hits. Oof, 10 hits. Oh, 11 hits. Okay, Randall, try and defend. So that is 5 of those hits going through. Fortunately, stranglers have feeble little slappy tentacles dealing 1 damage each. That's 5 damage. Right, and then 2 stranglers on Sadie. 6 hits. Does she dodge? Not really, so it's down to her outlaw armour, which does not fare too well, so 3 wounds go through. There we go. I'm thinking when I get the chance, we'll pass the Amulet of Kotak over to Randall. I think he could make more use out of that. Okay, Randall, you can activate. Free movement, but you're not going anywhere, are you? So open fire with your Colt Rifle. That other die was a 4. So we do have a hit and a critical hit. Let's plonk the critical hit on this fellow. 5, +1 for the rifle, 2 for defense, 3 health. That is enough to kill a strangler. Then the regular hit on that wiggly boy. Only 1, +1 for the rifle. We'll add the corruption bonus to make 3 for 1 damage. Okay, Sadie, let's see what you've got today. Movement of 4, you can stay there. Just start blasting away. 0 hits. You got 2 grit, so let's spend 1. Come on, you need 5s and 6s. 1 hit. It's got to be against an adjacent strangler, so we'll choose that guy there. 5, +1 for the Darkstone bullets is 6 damage, -2 defense. That's a kill. Ooh, let's not forget Sadie's sinister laugh. And she gets a grit back. Ha 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 ha! Ooh, right, before we end the round, there's something I forgot. At the end of the Night Terror fight, I forgot about the rich local deposits. So both heroes found 2 gold cards each, so they both need to get $20 each. I don't think we'll ever get through a game where I don't forget something. No matter. On with the next round. Right, I know you're busy, Randall, but you need to keep back the darkness with the old lantern. What's this? 6? That's no good. Okay, Randall, you can activate 4 for movement. You'll find us there. Fire your Colt Rifle. A crit. Very nice. And a regular hit. We'll aim the regular hit on this wounded strangler, dealing 3, 4 damage. Let's see. That will be enough to kill you. Yes. 2 points of damage. 3 health. Splat. And then that critical hit on that strangler there. 2. Well, let's see what we got. 2, +1 for the rifle, +1 for it being a Colt Rifle with the corruption point. Well, that's enough. Yes. Kapow! Right, 1 strangler left who will pace around Sadie and attack from this square. Missing her completely. Very good. Now, Sadie, you can activate. Free for movement. We'll try and edge her away a little bit. What's the escape check? 6+. No, you're entangled up in a tentacle, but you can open fire with your revolvers. Scoring 2 hits. So with the Darkstone bullets, that's 6 damage and 5 damage. So even with the defense of 2, that's going to be a kill. So for Sadie, 25 XP. Sinister laugh. You do indeed get 1 grit. Alright, good. We dealt with that fairly swiftly. Let's catch our breath. So Randall, you get 3 restored. Let's take 1 sanity off and restore 2 wounds. And Sadie, just the 1. Okay, 1 wound off. Right, let's see what these Stranglers brought with them. 1 loot card for Randall. Darkstone Rock. D3 shards. So that's 2, and remembering now the rich local deposits, that makes 3 shards. And for you, Sadie, what's this? An artifact? Right, very exciting. What's it going to be? The Ring of Zoo. +1 law, +1 strength. Interesting, she's already got a strength of 5, so that'll give her strength 6. Does she need strength 6? While carrying this item, take D3 corruption hits at the start of each adventure. One of those risky items. Right, I think we're going to take a break there, but before we do that, I'm going to have them pass some of these items to each other. I think. Yes, we're going to give the Amulet of Kotak and the Ring of Zoo to Randall. We're going to pass the Tome of Antaro back to Sadie. Yeah. I can't quite explain my reasoning. It's just a feeling I have. So, Randall now has a strength of 3 and a law of 6. And I don't think he minds taking corruption hits. He does want a little bit of corruption. And then it's just down to Sadie to read the Tome of Antaro. If she can squint and make out the words. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you next time. And we are definitely going to go through that portal into the Targa Plateau.